your baby is not going to be able to come home with you. And it's one of the hardest things I've ever gone through. I can start crying just thinking about it right now. Having your baby at the hospital and then needing to leave them behind as you go home. And you go home to, maybe you've had time to fully set up the nursery, or maybe you've had time to put the bassinet next to your bed or wherever you're putting it, or maybe you haven't. I went into labor 4 weeks early with Adler, and it was the day before I was going to start my maternity leave. And I didn't have everything set up. Thankfully, the car seat was in the car. I didn't end up needing it because he didn't come home with me right away, but I did have the car seat in the car, and I didn't have anything else set up. And so after I gave birth to him and they then eventually released me from the hospital, I went home to a house knowing I was now a mom. I had a baby, but my baby wasn't with me. And I did set up all the stuff that I needed to set up for whenever he was going to come home. And it was so hard to look at it and see it empty. And it was so hard to know that I couldn't be there for him every second. And yeah, it's just one of those difficult situations that nobody could ever really prepare you for what that's like. And it's changed me. It changed me as a woman. It changed me as a mother. It changed me as a person. It's made me, one, stronger. It's also made me realize that, we don't have control. We just don't have control. And it's very hard for me. That's a very hard lesson for me because I am a control freak. So knowing that I don't have control is difficult, but it's also been an amazing lesson for me. It's made me look at inconveniences that you have with children. I have a toddler now. Adler is a toddler. There are inconveniences now. But it has given me more patience because I can immediately think back to that time that he was in the NICU, and I think we have already overcome such hard things, and he has already overcome such hard things. And the other thing I will say is that I think there is NICU baby strength. Those babies come out of that NICU and they're just stronger. I have a new baby now. He's 11 weeks old at this point. And I brought my new baby to have his vaccines to the doctor, and Adler came with me, and we all got flu shots. Adler and I got flu shots, and the baby got his vaccines, and they said, "What order do you want to do it in?" And I said, "Well, I'll get the needle first, then Adler will get it, and then Keaton will do it," because I knew Keaton would probably cry, and I didn't want Adler to see Keaton cry and then be afraid. And I knew I wouldn't cry. So sure enough, I got the needle, the flu shot in my arm, and then they gave Adler his flu shot, and he did the same thing I did. He looked right at it, went like this, and was over it. And I thought, that's that NICU baby strength. So there is a silver lining when you get to bring your baby up and down the hallway like ghosts. I encourage you tonight to donate during the silent auction, during the call to mission. Any amount helps. These are very deserving families. And for all of you who are in the NICU now or have been in the NICU, we are a family. We're a part of the same club, a club we don't want to be a part of, but we are. And I love you all. Please donate. Every little bit helps.